If you want to be a data scientist and you have literally zero experience, never touched Python before, don't know what a data set is, never heard of machine learning, but you want to, I'm going to teach you exactly how you can start the process and learn from actually zero experience from a data scientist who uses these skills every single day. And I'm just going to go through how you can build up your skills so you can get a job in data science too. First up is Python. So if you've never heard of Python, it is a programming language that is very popular amongst data scientists. Let's go over some Python basics just to get you familiar with the language so that you can jump into do some research of your own. The first thing with Python is to understand your data types. So you have ints, which are numbers. You have floats, which are also numbers, but they have decimal points. You have booleans, which is true or false, or 1 and 0. You can have strings, text. You can have a list. You use the brackets, the square brackets that look like this, and you can have a list of your other data types. So your ints, your strings, your booleans, you can have a list of those. Then you have dictionaries, which are the curly brackets that go like that. The key and the value. They can be a key value pair, can be a key and a list. Next, you want to understand if statements or conditional logic, and that is basically a gateway to say do something or don't do something. So if your condition is met, do this thing, and if it doesn't, you skip it. You don't do that. Next up are for loops, where you can iterate through something. It's an iteration, so you can iterate through your list, your dictionary, your data set. Next up, we can start getting into some Python packages. Python, like any other language, has libraries built on top of it that help you with even more functionality, where you don't have to build everything from scratch, which we love. So first, the most common package you're going to use is pandas. Pandas is a data frame management package, I guess. And data frame, if you're not familiar, it's essentially a data set. It's the pandas data frame. They rebranded data set as data frame, which essentially has your columns, your rows, same thing you'd expect from any sort of table. And you can manipulate it via really easily accessible functions. Once you're ready to start bringing in your data, you're going to load your data set from another source, potentially a CSV file. So you're going to use pandas. The function is called from CSV. You put in the name of the file, the path to it on your computer, and it's going to bring it into a nice little data frame for you. And this is going to help you once you're starting to apply some functions to your data sets. Now that we have our data set loaded into pandas, the next thing we're going to want to do is perform some descriptive statistics in order to understand what kind of data we have, and packages that are going to be helpful to do that are NumPy and SciPy. And then the last thing you might want to do with your newfound data skills is visualize. So we're going to use a package called matplotlib, which also has a sub package called pyplot, where you can plot super easy little cute visualizations. So the main ones you'll see are scatter plots, line plots, bar charts, histograms. But that is all for the very basics of data science. Of data science, the very basics of data science. I hope that was helpful. Leave any comments in the questions down below. I'd be happy to answer them. I will also provide a couple of resources for your very beginners, but your best bet is to just start looking into some of this stuff, read some documentation, read some articles, get yourself a Jupyter notebook and try it out yourself. I promise it's not that hard. Find a tutorial, find a YouTube video, and just get started. Follow along for more content like this. Bye.